everyone, and welcome back. I'm eager to hear what happens next in Operation Arctic, aren't you? So let's get back to our story. Chapter 2, Unexpected Visitors. It's the next morning, and Walt is about to wake up. I said, Walt is about to wake up. No, don't go back to sleep. You're supposed to get up. Hey, tech crew, can you guys give me a rooster crow or something? Nothing. What else do you have? Seriously? Okay. It's time to get serious. Ice cold water. Should I? You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? You must have been drawing something awful. Here's a towel. After he wakes up, Walt follows the same routine every morning. First, he puts his boots on. Then, he brushes his teeth.
Not bad. Maybe I won't this morning.
Then, he brushes his teeth.
Fine.
Combs his hair. And makes his bed.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. Then he gets some breakfast.
Okay, what shall we have for breakfast today?
Let's do the moose jerky.
Jerky? I was thinking pancakes.
Sorry, we have no time for pancakes. Gotta keep the plot moving.
Fine.
Then he reads a book while he eats his breakfast.
But I've read all my books.
Not your new one.
New one?
Yeah, the one Dusty brought you yesterday.
But that's a Bible. I'm not very religious, and besides, I already know all about the Bible.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like I never went to church. I know all about Daryl in the lion's den and Moses being swallowed by a whale.
Wow. I'm impressed. Tell me more.
Like what?
Do you know any Bible verses?
Oh, that's easy. God helps those who help themselves.
Right, from Second Hesitations, right?
Right. See, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually you don't.
What?
Well, first of all, it was Daniel in the lion's den, not Daryl. Jonah was swallowed by a great fish. God helps those who help themselves is not in the Bible. And there's no such thing as Second Hesitations.
Okay, so I don't know much about the Bible, but is that such a big deal? I mean, what difference is it gonna make?
Are you kidding me? You're actually wondering if God's written word, a book that has changed the world, can make a difference in your life?
Change the world? What are you talking about?
Well, just look around you. Because of the Bible, you have the development of higher education, the establishment of orphanages and hospitals, and the rise of modern science. Not to mention its enormous impact on language, arts, music, and literature. It's also produced a whole slew of missionary and caring organizations that have served the needs of people all over the world.
Wow, I had no idea.
And did you know that the American system of government and many of our laws are based on principles from the Bible? In fact, the history of America and many other countries would be completely different if it weren't for the Bible.
Really?
Yes, but more important than all that is the fact that countless millions of people have found faith in God through the Bible and are now in heaven, or will be someday. So you see, like a light in the darkness, the Bible has made a huge impact. But the question is, can it make a difference in your life? Absolutely.
Well, I admit you've given me a lot to think about, but right now, I really need to check my traps.
Okay. While Walt leaves to check his animal traps, some rather unwelcome visitors, traveling far from home, arrive in search of an old plane crash site. Their leader hails from New York City, and her name is Bobby Escobar.
Hey, how you doing?
And traveling with her are the infamous Tomato Brothers.
Some people say tomato, but we don't like that.
Say hello to Rico and Ralphie.
I'm Rico, he's Ralphie.
No, I'm Ralphie. He's Rico.
I just said that.
No, you didn't.
Did so.
Cut it out!
Sorry, boss, it won't happen again.
As the story goes, sometime during the winter of 1974, a small plane flying over northern Alaska went down in an epic snowstorm. Only 3 survived the crash, the pilot and 2 passengers, who quickly dug a hole and buried their cargo in the ground nearby. The pilot was never told what the cargo was, but figured it must have been something of extreme value, like gold.
Gold. Now that's what I'm talking about.
He's trying to tell a story.
Sadly, when a rescue team arrived, only the pilot had survived the freezing temperatures. For years, he never told anyone about the buried treasure, hoping to return someday to claim the prize for himself. But he was never well enough to do so. Then, just before he died, he shared the story with the only family member he liked, his niece, Bobby. The same Bobby who has finally come to claim the treasure that's been hidden all these years underneath the Arctic snow.
Why does the Arctic have to be so cold? That's what I want to know.
I told you to wear long johns.
Yeah, right. And how are long johns supposed to keep you warm? Or I'd need a couple dozen of them at least. They're only that big. And besides, they'd be so sticky with all that icing and cream filling.
What? No, not donuts, long underwear.
Long underwear? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
I
Will
did.
you two stop?
Sorry, boss, it won't happen again.
Okay, now according to GPS, we should be getting close. Really close.
You hear that? We're getting close, so keep your eyes open.
What do you think I'm going to do? If I close them, I'd run into a tree.
Stop following me so closely.
Sorry, boss, it won't happen again. So, do you really think we're gonna find gold?
Would I come all the way to the Arctic Circle if I didn't think so?
No, boss, of course you wouldn't.
Hey, look, over there.
A cabin!
Where are you going?
I just want to get warm, that's all.
Oh, no, you don't. Get back in line. Stop thinking about yourself all the time and remember why we came here.
Okay, why did we come up here?
The cabin must be new. It doesn't show up on GPS.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's a problem, all right. First of all, we're in the Arctic wilderness. There aren't supposed to be people up here. And secondly, it looks like the cabin was built directly over the crash site. Figures, why can't anything be easy?
So what do we do now?
Lunch sounds good. I'm starving.
You just had breakfast. You can't be starving.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Can do.
Nuh-uh.
Things have gotten more complicated now, so we have to be smart about this.
Okay, boss, you figured out, then tell us what to do.
Yeah, figure it out and tell us what to do.
I just said that.
I just said that.
Stop copying me.
Stop copying.
Enough! What is wrong with you two?
Sorry, boss, it won't happen again.
Okay, now I've got to get closer to make sure I've got a good reading. You two stay here. Think you can do that?
Yes, boss, you can count on us. Psst, Ralphie, get back here.
What are you doing?
I want to come with you. I'm scared.
I'll give you something to be scared about. Now get back there.
Okay.
Can you believe it? What are the odds?
Now, Walt had no idea he had built his cabin directly over an old plane crash site. The vegetation had long grown back, and none of the wreckage remained after all these years.
Thanks for going out of your way to make it hard for us.
Sorry.
So the gold is under the cabin?
Yep.
Oh well, better luck next time.
Where are you going?
Home?
Oh no, you don't. Get back here. We didn't come all the way to the Arctic Circle to leave empty-handed.
Hide, someone's coming.
And that someone is Walt, who's returning to his cabin after checking all the animal traps he set in various places. He often returns with a rabbit, a fox, or a beaver, but he didn't catch anything this time.
Looks like a hermit to me.
A hermit? What's that?
Somebody who lives alone and far away from everyone.
Really? What's the fun in that?
That's okay. The odds are in our favor. There's 3 of us and only 1 of him.
Not so fast. Here comes a bush plane. This is unbelievable. You think you're going to be all alone up here in the Arctic Circle, but instead it's like Grand Central Station. Remind me to make a reservation next time. Come on, we'll set up camp and come back later.
Hey, can we have s'mores tonight?
S'mores? I'd rather have popcorn.
S'mores are better than popcorn.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No. What was I thinking when I decided to bring you two along?
Sorry, boss, it won't.
I know, it won't happen again, but it always does.
And off they go to set up their camp and eat s'mores, or popcorn, or both. Then, very unexpectedly, Dusty approaches the cabin.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Wonder. It's me, Dusty.
Here.
I just found a piece of mail addressed to you. It must have fallen out of the mail sack. I am so sorry.
Oh, well, you didn't need to come all the way up here just for that. You could have waited until your next delivery.
No, you see, it's postmarked over a month ago. That's why I had to come immediately. I just hope it's not too late.
That sure is fine. Wonder who it's from. Can't make out the return address.
Yeah, the envelope got a little messed up. Sorry about that. We had a little scuffle with the polar bear.
A polar bear, really?
Oh, yeah, but nothing too serious. It could have been a lot worse. A couple weeks ago, a grizzly bear ripped off the side of one of our planes like it was tinfoil.
Wow.
I know, never a dull moment, and I love it. Well, I'll let you read your letter. Gotta get to Fairbanks before lunch.
Okay, Dusty, be careful.
I always am.
And thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, as Dusty returns to his bush plane, Walt returns to the warmth of his cabin to read his letter. Living in the wilderness, he doesn't receive much mail, so when he does, he wastes no time opening it.
This is interesting. What? Oh no, this is terrible. This is a disaster.
And that's the end of the chapter. So, if you want to find out what's in the mystery letter, you'll have to come back tomorrow.